What's going on, guys? So in front of me, you were looking at a really cool travel trailer from Alliance. I've actually reviewed this product. I reviewed it at the Hershey RV show, and I really liked it. It actually got one of my best in show stickers because they've done a really fantastic job on the inside of this. But the point of today's video is to do a weird comparison here. So I've already shot a video on this Jayco Eagle next to it, and the Alliance Delta arguably is a competitor to the Jayco Eagle. And what I want to see is the Delta actually a head-to-head competitor versus the Eagle, or are there things that the folks here at Alliance could be doing a little better to overtake the Eagle? Well, overtake might not be the right word, but to excel above the Eagle. That's probably a better way of saying it. All right, so we're going to take a close look at this thing. Hang tight, I'll be right back. All right, so before we get started, let's take a look at the numbers. So this is gonna have a gross vehicle weight rating of 9,250 pounds, cargo capacity of 1,580 pounds. It's gonna ride on twin 4,400 pound axles, and it is going to have 15-inch E-rated tires. All right, so right off the bat, let me tell you an advantage that I know the Jayco's gonna have that the Alliance Delta does not have, and one that I wish they would add. And this is all in line with my new strategy in 2024 to try to make RV manufacturers kind of think about some of this stuff when they build their products. So there's a sticker on the side of this Eagle that is super, super cool. It basically says Dexter Tow Assist. Right, check that out. ABS, anti-lock brakes, yes, on a trailer, sway mitigation, and an odometer for how many miles this thing's been towed, all built into this unit. That is super cool. It's coupled with the fact that they have a Cree 3000 suspension system in there from Moride, greasable wet bolts, and Goodyear endurance tires. So a lot of really good things taking place on this specific unit. Let's see what the Alliance has and if the features on the Alliance can overtake the features that we just saw here. So starting on the Alliance, since we're already back here, it does have Goodyear endurance tires, so that's very similar on both of them. It does not have an upgraded suspension equalizer. I really wish they would put something like the Cree 3000 or even the Road Armor, just an upgraded suspension equalizer on here. It does not have heavy-duty shackle straps, but in all fairness, neither does the Jayco. But the Jayco does have greasable wet bolts, which this does not have. So it would be nice to see if the folks over at Alliance would put at least those suspension upgrades, because quite frankly, those are some of the upgrades that make the higher end Alliance fifth wheels a little bit more desirable, right? The suspension, all of those things that you come to know and love about Alliance from a running gear perspective, and what they do to mitigate shock going into the RV, as well as durability and longevity. I know you can see the rack and pinion slide out on this side versus the exact cable-driven slide-out system on this side, but they both have a cable-driven slide-out on them. So if we come around to this side of the Alliance, they also have the same BAL exact cable slide out on this side. And that's not a bad slide out system. So I know a lot of people are used to me kind of saying I'm not a big fan of cable driven slide outs. I'm not, but this is a far more improved version of the cable driven slide out from the folks from BAL. It's basically a dual motor system, and they've eliminated a lot of the issues that the first system kind of had. This one is a much better system, and that's just what I've heard and what people have told me time and time again. I don't know if it's been out long enough for me to really have comprehensive information on it, but if you have the exact cable driven slide out on your RV and you haven't had any issues with it, or if you have had issues with it, leave a comment below. I'd love to know if this new cable driven slide out system technology is truly better. This uses the Lippert steps versus the Moride steps on the Jayco. I kind of prefer the Lippert steps only because the steps are wider. You have a much wider step-up platform than you do on the Moride. I like the Moride technology because they assist it. It's easier to lift up. There are some great perks to some of the other Moride products, but this specific one, I kind of prefer over the Moride setup. I do like the Moride handrail better than this one though, so it'd be cool if the folks from Alliance put the safety rail system from Moride, which is essentially that long kind of stick handle that you use to get in. A lot of other little things that they've done, like built-in extra long sewer hose storage, so that's kind of nice. On this side you have a scissor jack right there because you have a drop frame right here. So this actually has a lot of cool features. One of them is a table that's already stored inside of the unit. That's super cool. You have your awning and slide out control switches here inside of the actual storage bay, so you don't have to go into your RV to access this stuff. This is super cool because if you're putting your slides out or if you're putting your awning out, this is the best place to see if you're going to make contact with anything or if they're going to interfere. So they've done a great job here, and you can see they also have a control panel there on the other side, which gives you similar controls from that side. Nice slam latches as well. On the front, this does have a standard front tongue jack, power front tongue jack. And this is the 294 RK, in case you wanted to know. I like the innovation here with the Jayco and the fifth wheel style landing gear and auto leveling that you get on that system that you don't have here. This has a standard electric front tongue jack. Again, 2 awnings, gives you a lot of coverage. Let's step inside of this 294 RK. Okay, right off the bat, again, I love the interior from a layout perspective. I really, really like what they've done. I really love the seating that can turn into a bed right here. They give you a full sofa over here. You still have a nice dinette kind of bar area over the island, which is really nice. Huge kitchen. I mean, this is a great, great kitchen to have inside of a travel trailer. It really is. Now, I'm not a big fan of the colors. I think browns, some of these neutral colors, they're nice, but they're kind of dated in a way. I really wish they would have gone to kind of that super contrasting white on black or white on brown or white in general, because it's what's in. It's what people are expecting to see in RVs. I don't think this is bad, but I just don't think it's as modern looking as the Jayco on the inside. Coming around this way, I mean, it's still a really nice interior. The layout of this interior is absolutely fantastic. They've done a great job. 12-volt Furrion refrigerator versus the GE profile and the GE equipment that they put into the Jayco product. Everything in here except the ACs are pretty much Furrion. So the ACs in here are Coleman Mach, and there's 3 of them. So that is cool. So you have one back here, one in the middle, and then you have one in the bedroom, which I can definitely appreciate that. You have these really nice new thermostats. All of your controls right here. The folks over at Alliance believe in this style of control, physical buttons versus a touchscreen control. They think this is easier for people to use. It's easier to just come straight into the RV and start, you know, putting your slides out, pulling them back in. And I don't blame them. I actually think this is pretty good technology myself. I do wish that it was controllable through a Bluetooth app though. Okay, from a shower perspective or a bathroom perspective, I think Jayco has them beat here. Jayco has an absolutely beautiful, beautiful bathroom. I think the shower surrounds, everything they use inside the Jayco kind of screams modern, luxurious. This is a typical kind of travel trailer bathroom. Not bad, it's a good layout. So it's a great layout. It just doesn't look quite as nice as the Jayco inside, in my opinion. Okay, working our way to the bedroom, queen size bed. A lot of cabinetry in here. I really like this kind of poured resin countertops that they put here. Nice drawers underneath. This is really nice. I do not think there's a spot in here for a washer and dryer though. Nice wardrobes, nice magnetic holds. And then under the bed, plenty of storage. Nice little sliding compartment there that you can use to help organize. Mattress, probably need to be upgraded in my opinion. What do you guys think? Let's step outside of this and see what the outside's all about. Okay, so right off the bat, before we go any further, let's point out a huge difference between the Jayco and the Alliance. This has an MSRP of about $70,000. That has an MSRP of about $90,000. So significant price difference, about a $20,000 price difference between the two of these, even though they're very similar overall in terms of execution. The Jayco, you would absolutely say, is a slightly higher end model. So from a value perspective, some of the things that you're not seeing on here are things that you probably aren't paying for on here either. Asdel on the outside, super, super, super good to see that. I believe they also use Asdel on the inside panels as well. Again, your Goodyear Endurance tires. This is that outside kitchen area. And right here is going to be your outside cooking area. You basically roll your griddle out. It's a griddle-grill combination. Then you have your scissor jacks back here, all LED lighting. They have this really interesting oversized ladder that they put on here so you can hang stuff on it, dry stuff on it. It's also just really, really wide ladder rungs so you can easily get to the top of the unit. It is prepped for a backup camera. Again, you have the 2-inch receiver, 50 amp connection here also. Rack and pinion slide on this side. What do you guys think of this unit? All right, so it has an on-demand water heating system outside of your furnace. Here is your pass-through. So this is that other side of the control panel I was telling you about. So you can control your slide out from right here. You have all your water connections. Everything can kind of pass through right here. I don't know how I feel about it all being kind of positioned the way it is. I kind of wish it was the normal style panel positioned out this way, because I think it's easier to kind of access everything. But what do you think about that? I mean, I love the options that they've put here, though. That's really nice. Plus, it's very easy to get to things like your water pump, stuff that's serviceable. So, you know, whenever we talk about the upgrades that the Jayco has over the Alliance, you have to again consider this is about $20,000 more than the Alliance. But I do wish manufacturers were regulated to where they included things like anti-lock brake systems, sway control systems, all of that is standard. I believe that that inherently creates a safer, towable experience for folks who are just getting into RVing and pulling off of the RV lot and something like this. But anyways, I'd love to know your opinion. What do you guys think, right? Do you like the Alliance? Do you think it's the better value? From a build quality perspective, I'm gonna argue to say that they're both about the same. From a features perspective, the Eagle definitely has a lot more features versus the Alliance, but the Alliance is significantly less expensive. Which one could you see owning? Please leave a comment below. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.